Hello, 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 Angel of Galaxite here, back with some more channeled messages. Just want to reach out and say Happy New Year to each and every one of my subscribers, my followers, or anyone who clicks on this channel. So very grateful. Just thank you. Any support is always appreciated. If you want to support my channel, a way to do that would be to subscribe, comment, like, share, anything you can do to, lift these algorithms for me. If YouTube are not pushing you, it's very difficult as a newbie. Anyway, Spirit works through us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. It could be their love lost one or a situation around you or them. You just may be that heavenly post person delivering communication where it needs to go. If I say male or female, remember we have both aspects of the divine, feminine and masculine. So please take it as it resonates. Now, just wanted to say that although I'm wishing everybody Happy New Year, it may not be Happy New Year for some people. I myself have lost my aunt and uncle last year, and for my cousins out there right now, it's pretty tough. So I just want to send my love to each and every one of you, and know that I'm with you, and hope things get better for you. Unfortunately, my aunt just passed away before Christmas, which is devastating at any time, but just before Christmas is not great. So I'd just like to say this poem for them. Obviously this is a varied messages on this channel, but here we go. In loving memory of my mother, if roses grow in heaven, if roses grow in heaven, please pick a bunch for me. Place them in my mother's arms and tell her that I love and miss her. And when she turns to smile, place a kiss upon her cheek and hold her for a while, because remembering her is easy. I do it every day, but there is an arch within her heart that will never go away. Alright, so when we think about parents, when a parent, so this is for all of you really if you've lost a parent, when a parent dies, a part of ourselves die too. We are devastated. Much of what we feel at first is confusion and uncertainty, as the security blanket we labelled parent has gone, and we are truly left on our own. A parent's death is disturbing, a disturbing event for many reasons, but especially because it reminds us of our own mortality as physical beings. Depending upon the dynamics of the family, whether it was ideal or not, when a parent dies, we also mourn for ourselves our lost childhood. Parents are the very first humans to touch our lives, and as such, they are the first ones to teach our lives, and as such, they are the first ones who teach us about the ways of the world. They are in fact our first loves. As infants, we rely on them for all our needs and feel protected in the comfort of their caresses. They are our own shields of safety against the negative influences of the unknown existence around us. For many, they are our biggest fans, forever encouraging us to do our best when we feel our worst. Our parents are usually the only ones we can count on when life is overwhelming or unkind. Therefore, much of our world is built through the eyes and minds of our parents, and as much as we would like to deny it, there are aspects of our parents deeply ingrained in us. We identify ourselves with our parents. This is why, when we lose a parent, we are confused and unsettled, as if you were on unfamiliar motorway. We are at the crossroads, and we don't have a clue about which way to go. Our protection, our home, our sanctuary is gone, and we are forever changed. When a parent is alive, We often dismiss the idea of them dying as something way off in the future, not really giving it some thought. Subconsciously, we think our parents are immortal, as if we were some sort of gods. Or we figure that as one gets old, it is only natural to die, as that is nature's way of recycling. We rationalize to ourselves that at the time it happens, we will be ready for it. But are we ever? We are never ready to face the passing of a parent. Losing a parent, if a best friend, confidant and sounding board, losing them will be like losing our right arm. We feel abandoned, sad, lonely and depressed. Who will you talk to about your problems, for instance? Who will listen to you in the same way a parent would? No one can give that special caring love when a strong bond of attachment is severed. We all deal with this situation in our own ways, but when I lost my beloved mother, I was very independent and lived over 200 miles away from her. So just one of the blessings I found was I didn't have to miss the everyday routine, as well as the devastating loss. It made it a little bit easier, although not easy, trust me. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about that. So listen, for my Auntie Linda, I'm glad you've made it home safe. I know that you're still around. I've felt you already. I've also, just to let my cousins know, had cigarette smoke around me. So that is something, I don't know whether she smoked later on in life, but when I was a child. Thank you, Auntie Linda and Uncle Gordon, for all the lovely memories. I know you're both together there, and I know that you two were soulmates. Yes, you came to do a mission there, and your mission's completed. I just hope now that the rest of the family can pick themselves up and move on. Anyway, much love. All right, let's go on to my first message then, shall we? Okay. All right, so I have this lady called Maureen, and I see a stream of tears running down her face. I'm hearing occasional sort of sobbing, you know, like that. And she says she wishes she had taken responsibility for her behaviours and thoughts. She would have loved to have found peace within herself, even after making wrong decisions. Alright, it's okay. She said she paid a price for not being true to herself, hating on people who did her wrong. Even if it was just a nasty passing comment. I was relentless when getting my own back, when settling a score, when making people pay. Okay. I've been shown a spider's web. So she may have spun a web of lies. And this really, really hurts someone. She's saying she set traps. Didn't need to expand any energy by running people down. She would be, running people down, sorry. She would be thorough. Taking in, so to speak. What do you mean by that, sorry? Oh, so she would take in the height, the length and width of everything to make a point of a perceived injustice. She truly weaved a tangled web, and this ended in misery for those who were involved. Most spiders have 3 pairs of spironets, each having its own function. There are spiders with just 1 pair, and others with many as 4 pairs. She was obsessed with coming at revenge from all angles and directions, she's saying. The effects of the spider's webs are unfortunately being felt in use, as the person or people are still being treated badly, even though I have now passed on and abandoned the cobwebs. It is truly a three-dimensional mess. I had a choice, and I should have taken responsibility for my actions. Bad things do happen to all of us, whatever our choices. I just didn't know what was the best way to deal with bad situations. I turned to hate and retribution instead of walking away, ignoring, and being that secure within myself. I should have loved myself and others. What was minor to one person was truly major to me, in my screwed perspective of right and wrong. It wasn't my place to sit in judgment of anyone, but to carry out the hateful, carefully planned attacks was abhorrent. And she's saying she's truly sorry for all the pain she has caused. Wow. I'm told to mention Mavis, but also I'm getting the names. Jet, Lincoln, Blue, and Gus. Alright, Blue could be an animal now. Or maybe someone was called Blue. I don't know. Alright, thank you for that. Thank you for coming forward and being honest. Alright, so this morning while brushing my hair, I heard this song, and it's like One Bad Apple, of course. We all know what that one is. Don't make the whole bunch go. Or maybe we don't. Sorry, maybe it's my age. So on my daily walk, I bumped into a neighbour carrying 2 bags of apples, green and red types, to complete my signs. Yeah, because I like to have about 3 normally. But it depends how strong they come in and how spirit want to show me something. Sometimes, like I've said before, I'll be bashed in the face with it. And if I ignore, they'll bash me again. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Anyway. So, my local public garden, I came across, after that, 1 half-eaten apple that had been disposed of on the floor. And it must have been there for a little while because it was rotting. So the song goes, I can tell you've been hurt by that look on your face, girl. Some guy brought sad into your happy world. You need love, but you're afraid that if you give in, someone else will come along and sock it to you again. So this soul is telling me that you have just about given up on the dating game, as the last guy you dated was an absolute nightmare, all about himself, his needs. He ignored your calls, didn't show up on a few occasions, added absolutely nothing to this relationship or me, whatever it was. That's what I'm hearing. A green apple can refer to being immature, young or inexperienced, and this guy truly was. And a red one can indicate strong emotions, danger, a stop sign. So that really does make sense. He's adding, total opposite of our beautiful union together. So you must have been dating someone before where being apart for too long was unthinkable. And if we would be finding a way to communicate because we missed each other so very much. Sorry, I was getting a bit distracted by something behind me, but alright. Anyway, so don't close yourself off. He's reminding you that 1 bad apple don't spoil the whole bunch, girl, like the song states. Or give it 1 more try before you give up on love. We had something truly special, although it may be best not to compare what you shared together. Any new venture or person, it is best to allow the relationship to grow slowly. Take your time and you won't be disappointed. It's pointing out that others are looking out for you and want you to be happy. To take a chance on this potential new date that's coming in. The last disaster was made you vulnerable, paranoid. Your confidence has taken a dip. But that is not anything to do with how wonderful you are. His loss, this individual was not looking for love or commitment. So hasn't really been honest. So don't blame yourself. Oh, it's true, isn't it? You know, if somebody is not great with you and doesn't show you what you're used to in regards to love or the way that you'd be treated, that can be very difficult. Yeah. You can start thinking there's something wrong with yourself, I guess. Okay, what else have we got here? Yeah, so it's, look, take a chance to find love again. This guy could really make you happy and satisfy you too, satisfy you now, and that is part of the song too. But how can he if you won't give him a chance to prove his love to you? Yes, if you let this person in and allow the connection to grow, then it has potential to be a loving, happy, passionate relationship. He's been noticing you for a long time, and would be a lucky man, and he knows it. So that's always a good start. You'll not be the first or the last, nothing to be ashamed of. It is okay to acknowledge your latest dating experience really messed you up. You are not alone in that. Dust yourself off, stand tall, and take a chance, as I'll give you love's guarantee that you won't be hurt again. To me, you were like a dream come true. You will be to this individual. He'd rather hurt himself than to ever hurt you. So just know that, you know. Do not give up on love. You have so much to offer the right person, and it would be a crying shame if you became hard, unfeeling, and closed off. It will culminate in a wonderful, emotional, physical connection that will be immeasurably deep. He will see you, understand you, and accept the real you without reservations. Okay. Good luck, you deserve to be happy. Love can happen more than once in a lifetime, believe. And I hear the names Andrew and Lynn, remember? Souls piggyback on one message, so take what resonates and leave the rest for later. For someone else, I mean. Or later on if it hasn't happened yet. He knows it was difficult to let someone new back into your life after he passed. But even worse, taking the plunge and feeling a fail, at least you are wiser. So when love comes knocking at the door very soon, he's laughing, once more, it will be even more cherished. All right. It's true, isn't it? Sometimes when we've had a good relationship, we just want to compare, and every relationship is different. So it might be best if we don't. Alright, so my next message is I have a soul here who tells me they spent a very lonely life and was often misunderstood, targeted for being unsociable. There's a lot of people, isn't there, that's coming up that are unsociable. I think it's the way life is now. All this technical things, you know, we don't talk the way that we used to people. In fact, I feel sometimes a bit, should I phone somebody? Because it's not the same anymore. I mean, my generation, we should spend the time on the phone all the time. We'd come in from work and pick up the phone to our friends and family. But you feel like you're bothering people now because they can just send a text. So, yeah. So I'm told when my parents passed away, I just gave up, as life never seemed the same. It was like I didn't belong here. Those secure, loving roots had gone. Sort of what we were saying, isn't it? I was no longer someone's son, just me. No siblings, not anyone I could really call a friend. Sure, saying he had work colleagues, but not any I felt that I could befriend. All right. Yeah. So he's saying at one stage, however, he met a young lady who he now realises could have been a loving, wonderful partner. We seemed to get each other on some level. Unfortunately, I didn't give her a chance to get close enough to explore just how we could build a friendship or partnership. And of course, because of my actions, she didn't fulfill her plans either. Interesting, yeah. It's true, isn't it? It's like that sliding doors? You know, you take one turn and everything changes. I made a choice to leave. I just couldn't finish my... Okay, sorry, trigger warning. Okay. You wanted to be unalive. I think that's a kind of way of saying it, all right. I just couldn't finish my work down here. He says he could not mentally handle the life he had laid out for himself. I couldn't keep things in balance. I was taking drugs, like medication, you know, to handle my mood swings. I was depressed. It was a chemical imbalance, and I found it impossible to navigate those murky waters. I agreed in this lifetime to share intimacy and trust with someone special, but I couldn't fulfill the promise I made before arriving here. It just did not happen. Alright, I'm hearing Sprat, you know, so maybe it's a last name, I don't know, or a nickname. That's an unusual name, isn't it? Sprat. Denton. And I've got Clinton as well with that. But I'm also hearing Dave. Remember, take it as it resonates. These are names that could be watching. These are names that people around you, people on the other side. Take it as it resonates. All right. Could be him. He wants to let you know that although his connection was never actualized in this lifetime, that I will always be her protector, and the love we built over the ages will continue, and we will indeed be together again in another lifetime, where we can explore where we left off. Another chance will present itself. Of course, my course of action has changed your direction, and you will mean, and for you it will mean, you may be in uncharted waters, but you will be fine. I'm working on myself to get better, and will be looking forward to seeing you grow physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All right, lovely, thank you. Deborah's coming to mind with that. December. For some reason I'm getting Halloween time as well. So I don't know whether this person became depressed around that time of year. It can be quite depressing, can't it? October, November, if you live in cold climate. Anyway, thank you for that. I never checked the time, but let's see if we can get some cards out. Sorry if it cuts out. So we have Moon in Sagittarius. All right. I'm sorry about that. Moon in Sagittarius. We have long-term goals. Action. All right. So when we've got Moon in Sagittarius, when I'm thinking about Sagittarius, we're thinking about the teacher, the philosopher, the explorer, and trailblazer. I'm sorry, but that may be a confirmation for something that I keep getting pings on my phone. All right, okay. So you've got to be prepared to be adaptable, as plans you have laid may take an unexpected Of course. Of course, when you lose somebody, that's unexpected. Even if they're ill, you know, you don't always, unless it's a planned passing, you know. But I feel here, yeah, I feel that you just need to keep on moving. You need to keep shooting that arrow out. You need to keep exploring, because your life has not truly ended, although it may feel that way at the moment. Now keep your motivation up. It's so important, you know. Long-term goals are great, but we often reach them in tiny steps. Of course we do, because if we go big and go large straight away, it never really works out, does it? You know, small steps are always better to take. Slow growth is so much better than just blowing up straight away, because sometimes that can be too much, as you see in, you know, people in the public eye, especially when they're young and suddenly they become, I don't know, footballers with loads of money, and it all goes wrong. A lot of people turn to drugs. They can't trust people around them. So that's another reason to set achievable goals. Plus our mind really works in that way, where it likes small rewards. I think that's scientifically proven, but don't come at me if it's not. So yeah, and Archangel Zadkiel is somebody that you can ask for motivation. So reach out to him if you need that, especially if you've lost somebody. But this is a general read. It doesn't always have to be about that. So you can use this and work with this in different ways. All right, so I'm the creator of my world, yeah. So this is the root chakra. So for all of you that don't know, this is the base chakra, and it is our foundation. If you've got a firm foundation, then, you know, you build a house, for instance, that's not going to grow. So take your time and really sort out what it is that you need baseline to make you feel good. Think about a seed. You know, if you plant a seed in soil that's not been prepared, will it grow? It may grow, but it may not be great. So take that time. Also, I think really, like, things have to be moved out of the way and be lined up for you. You know, spirit, angels, whoever you talk to on the other side, they can't always come in and change things like that. They have to wait for things. For instance, if you want a new home, that perfect new home that you've been dreaming of and manifesting, somebody may live there already and need to be ready to move out in their own time. This could be through a split, you know, with a loved one. But what I really want to tell you here is that you're going to be abundant. I wonder if you can see all this. I hope so. Okay, you are going to be abundant. Things are going to be fine. And although this has knocked your socks, you know, you don't, oh, which way am I going to go now? You will get back to center, and you will know which way to go. Sagittarius, we're very, we love to set our arrow out, you know, go for a ride and find ourselves in a place that's completely different. We find that exciting, you know. We like knowledge. So yeah, you know, just go for it. Just shoot your arrow, because whoever I'm talking to, this is going to be great. Everything is going to turn out fine. So try to move forward with positivity, whatever is going on in your life. Anyway, my doorbell has just gone, so I must go. Till next time, bye.